You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna sit back with some popcorn, right? And I'm gonna sit back and I'm just gonna chill. I ain't gonna say nothing else about this Amber situation. I'm gonna sit back and just watch. And I'm gonna sit back and just observe. And I'm just gonna see if we're gonna see them go to court or not, and we're gonna see what happens when they go to court. Depending on if they get a male or female judge, I'm gonna sit back and watch. And I'm gonna let y'all, those of y'all who keep thinking that Amber gonna get all this stuff, I'm gonna let y'all sit there and keep calling me delusional. When that judge turns around and says that it's an even exchange, that basically essentially both of them gonna leave with what they came with, that is gonna make me laugh. When that judge says that he only has to give her a settlement, that they weren't together long enough for her to be able to receive half his income, I'm gonna sit back and laugh. When that judge sits there and says, "Well, ma'am, you cheated just as much as he did. Did you give him the option to choose when you got engaged to him? Did you give him the option? Did you tell him the truth when y'all on your wedding day? No, because y'all forget one little thing here. Amber confessed to that counselor. It's public record now. See, it's one thing if it wasn't public record and they didn't go see a counselor. See, Anthony played this very smartly, but yet he's still being stupid at the same time. All Anthony got to do is leave well enough alone. Y'all ain't together no more. Leave it alone. Let your lawyer handle things. You're not even allowing your lawyer to even handle the situation. So if he loses, it's not going to be because of his attorney. It's the same thing that happened with Shania's mom. So let me use that for example. When Shania's mom represented herself, she should have never won that case. She shouldn't have won it. But what did he do? He got in there, started acting a fool, and started acting crazy. And sure enough, when that girl got up there, the woman he was cheating on her with got on that stand. That's how he lost. He lost because of her, not because of his lawyer. And that's the thing. Anthony's not going to lose this case because of his lawyer. He's going to lose this case because of himself. It ain't going to have nothing to do with his attorney. His attorney keep telling him to leave well enough alone. Let her do her job. But Anthony's not doing this. This lawyer does not know that he up here making that girl believe that he wants to work it out. She don't know that he is still back and forth between Piari's house and Shayla's house. She knows nothing. Why? Because he has not been in there to see her. Now, if it was an attorney, they gonna tell him, first of all, you don't need to be staying there at Sheila's house at all. You going to see your son needs to be in a public environment, meaning you go pick your son up or you and her meet in a public area and you spend time with your child. You don't need to be over there laying over there knowing you about to go through a divorce. That's what an attorney would tell him. Attorney would tell him, look, y'all only been together a year. She's not only entitled for what you made within that year that y'all got married, which is probably not a lot considering he lost $2 million. And then if he'd have told her about the money that Amber owes him for that bar that she got to pay back, the attorney would have been like, look, you ain't got nothing to worry about. So yeah, you might lose $150,000, $200,000, but that's better than you losing everything. She's not gonna get the house. Her family is the reason you lost $2 million. Do you know how much that lawyer can use against her? Let me go ahead and explain it to you. They can use her family against her, which is exactly what that attorney's gonna do. They're gonna use the fact that her family is the reason he lost $2 million. The fact of the matter that she kept having people in and out their business. Man, the way that attorney is going to paint her, that woman is gonna tear Amber to shreds. Y'all ain't seen how this attorney rocks. You just seen Brittany. This attorney seemed like she's all about her business. She ain't like Brittany. She's not best friends with Anthony. She don't know him. So she has no loyalty to him. She's the one that when them papers came, she caught things that Brittany would have never caught. Same thing, look at what happened when it came to Kelvin. Kelvin was prepped. Kelvin was ready to go. Brittany is the one that basically essentially didn't know that Nat was the one that Julie found. But Kelvin did. So again, if you have a good enough attorney that basically essentially knows their stuff, that's not personal, you can get off. It's just like with Jay-Z. Jay-Z got a brutal attorney. Half that stuff Jay-Z probably did, but because of that attorney he got, They ain't going up against him. So again, if you got the right attorney, I don't care if you did something wrong or not, they gonna get you off. Now with Diddy, ain't no getting Diddy off at this point. It's too much evidence. It's way too much evidence. But with Anthony's situation, that ain't the case. Plus, he can use the baby as far as the fact of the expenses towards the baby and why he put Shayla in the house, because all he got to say is Shayla ain't got nowhere to go. And he wanted to put her in a house so that way that she'd be able to be taken care of like Chris Brown did. Chris Brown did that with Nia Guzman. So let me break that down. Nia Guzman wanted $25,000 in child support. She only got, first it was $5,000 in child support at first. And then when the royalty was going back and forth with her parents, she asked her dad, why is it that my mom lives in this apartment, but yet you live in this big old house? Well, when they went back to court, he said, okay, I'll get her a house only because of royalty. So he got her a house and paid $9,000 a month in child support. So that's why. So again, it's no different than child support. If you look at the Caucasian men and what they have to pay in child support compared to black men who date only black women get less in child support than any other race. So again, do you really think they care, considering you're a black woman? If you look at Blake Griffin, and you can go look it up, his ex-girl, she had 3 kids by this man. He started messing around with Kendall Jenner. She went and asked for $250,000 in child support and got it a month. Why? Because she's Caucasian. And she got 3 kids. A woman that's black that got 3 kids would never. How is it that a woman that got 3 kids that's Caucasian got $250,000 and yet Nia Guzman only got $9,000 in a house from Chris Brown? And he got to pay for the house that she's staying with her kids. That's no different than, I forgot who it was that thought she was going to get all this money in child support and it backfired miserably. All of Future's baby mamas. All these women, oh yeah, that's what it was. Future's baby mama, Eliza. She thought she was going to get $50,000 in child support. She only got, what, $3,500? Yeah, black women don't get treated the same way when it comes to child support because black men don't make the same amount of money as every other race of men. So you're not going to get that much in child support. The only time you're going to get that much in child support is if you date somebody outside your race. There's no way you're going to get that much in child support. So again, I don't know what y'all are sitting up here talking about. At the end of the day, like I said, things don't always work out for black women the way y'all think it do. We don't get the same treatment. These men skate. There are women that don't even get child support. And the child support don't even go after these dudes because they're not in the state. So if they're not in the state, you can't get them for child support. There are women that have only got $110 in child support for 18 plus years. That's it. That's all they got. There are black men that can be with other race of women and will not have to pay child support because they have other kids. So again, I just saw something recently where a guy had to pay $1.something million to his girl who just happens to be Caucasian. Like I said, I'm not about race, but I see things for what they are. Black women, I don't even know why y'all think you even have a seat at the table, because you don't. You ain't never gonna get from these black men what these other race of women get. You just ain't. Y'all can hang that up. Because these black men don't make that much. You think these black men make all this money? No, they don't. And even if they do, guess who they with? So at the end of the day, you ain't never going to get that. Why? Because it's only a few black women that are with men that are rich and wealthy. Majority of them are with other race of women. So you can cancel Christmas on that one and let it go. Amber is not getting what y'all think she going to get. Amber's not going to get that house. Shayla will be moving into that house, and that's just it on that. At the end of the day, unless he go back to Rolanda, then either way it go. So either way it go, Anthony has options. He got Piari and he got Rolanda. He got options. He'll always have somewhere to land. So, yeah. With that being said, I'm going to go mind my business. And I'm going to sit back and just watch and kick my feet up. I'm not arguing with y'all about the situation, because we'll have to just sit back and watch. And we'll see who's right or wrong.